Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of This Is Why I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did a lot of the Goldsmith quest, and I think we finished off the armor one. And today we're going to go and continue with the Goldsmith. Oh Lynn, I was just hoping that you could come by. You see, something's happened to Gigi. Recently you start acting strangely. Aye, even by his usual standards. Anyway, I believe I've determined the cause. It's quite complicated, but to put it simply, he's breaking down. I can handle the repairs, but I need to count on you for something. I need you to make an ingot of silver, not to any ingot of silver, mind you, but a high-quality one. May seem daunting, but I have every confidence that you can handle the task. Right, high-quality silver. Please bring me the silver as soon as it's ready. This is perfect, Lynn. I can fix Gigi with this, I'm sure of it. Silver ingot. Forced to accept aid from Greenhorn. So humiliating. Poor Gigi. It's like a completely different person. What? Not that different from usual, you say? Well, it may seem that way to you, but I can assure you he's quite out of sorts. Anyway, silver was historically prized for its beauty. Ancient peoples even believed it to possess magical properties. Although they did not completely understand the natural processes involved, they were in fact correct. It's difficult to explain to someone without an extensive background in the relevant fields, but let's just say that silver is really good at channeling ether. For this reason, silver is the material of choice for making a mammoth's precision parts. Thankfully, the components responsible for Gigi's erratic behavior is within my ability to craft. But God forbid that his core should ever be damaged. Oh, the core? It's like, well, it's everything that makes Gigi himself. His memories, his personality, his soul, really. When he was first built over a century ago, he knew nothing. But by assisting guildmaster after guildmaster, he's come to possess more wisdom and experience than any living goldsmith. That knowledge and the gentle soul that carries it are our guild's greatest treasures. Take it you didn't realize just how irreplaceable he is. Believe me, it's been a great comfort having him around. And thanks to you, we can continue to rely on his counsel. There's some dude in the way. Then something awful has happened. It's Gigi. Instead of behaving better, he's acting even worse. A traveling merchant was here not a bell ago to discuss a potential contract with us. In the midst of negotiations, Gigi commented on the man's jewelry, claiming such tawdry baubles are beneath even a Lominson whore. Unsurprisingly, the man became quite upset and stormed off. Our members understand that Gigi can be a harsh critic, but this foreign gentleman, Voroton, was visiting us for the first time. Aye, if it were a guild member, we might have overlooked the incident, but he was a potential business partner. God, this is a disaster for the guild. We must make up to him. Can you help me, Lynn? Before Gigi offended him, we were discussing a bulk order of malachite earrings, by way of an apology. I'd like to give Voroton a pair of these. The finest we can craft. If the gods are good, he will forgive us for the incident. You're one of our best, so I'd like you to craft the earrings. And, when they are ready, please present them to me for inspection. Just making random freaking noises now. So, malachite. Earrings. Requires 2 pieces of malachite and a silver ingot. Let's go and just make the silver ingot. And then I'm going to need 2 pieces of malachite. I don't have raw malachite on me. It's a kind of... not particularly something that I use a lot in crafting, so... let's see if I can get some malachite. See if people are making this ridiculously expensive or not. No. The opposite, to be frank. Okay. Well, I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Malachite earrings, yeah? Okay. There we go. Are the earrings ready yet? Yep. Hand it over. What thing you have? Such rich, vibrant greens, even I couldn't have done a better job of cutting the stones. Despite being relatively commonplace, malachite is quite sought after, owing to its supposed power to ward off evil. Pieces bearing swirls that resemble an eye are especially popular. Superstitions notwithstanding, it does indeed have some mild thaumaturgical properties. I must say, I think you've really outdone yourself, Lynn. I pray that Roroton will feel the same. Much as I would like to apologize in person, I'm not sure he would be willing to hear me out, so I would like you to deliver the earrings. Before he left, Roroton mentioned that he had other business to conduct at the Ruby Road Exchange. Chances are you'll find him there. Alright. Suddenly doing yoga in the middle of my video. You know, might as well, right? Oh god, it's not a guild goldsmith. Let me make myself clear. I just wanted to discuss a potential partnership. I did not know what I have done to offend your guildmaster and her assistant, but I understand that I am no longer welcome. Now please leave me in peace. Wait, now I don't want to hear it. Just leave. By the 12, I've never seen such fine craftsmanship from Mr. Serendipity. I'm speechless. I never imagined the guildmaster would go so far as to personally craft. Wait, you are the one who crafted these, not the fair guildmaster? The gods do indeed work in mysterious ways. I don't believe I have properly introduced myself. I am Roroton, a traveling entrepreneur. I go wherever opportunity beckons, buying for a gill and selling for two. Long, I have wandered the realm in search of fine accessories, as well as the talented goldsmiths who craft them. And you are precisely the sort of artisan I endeavor to meet. I would be honored if you would allow me to purchase more of your fine merchandise. Permit me to sell your wares, and we will both be wealthy in no time. Ah, but forgive my impetuousness. You are a guild goldsmith, and I must go through the proper channels. Very well. I will meet with Mistress Serendipity once more. Please give my card to your guildmaster and inform her that I shall contact her soon, or again soon, to resume contract negotiations. Let's run away from this freaking person playing the guitar. I know that I could turn that stuff off, but I kind of like to listen to it from time to time. You know, when it's actually good. Welcome back, Lynn. While you were gone, I performed some basic maintenance on Gigi. I'm not sure if I fixed the problem, or if there was even a problem to begin with, but... Oh, but what about Roroton? Did you find him? This is wonderful news, Lynn. Not only has he forgiven us, he desires a business partnership even more than before. I knew I was right to count on you, Lynn. There's something about your work that moves people. Something that touches the soul. It's a gift, and it can't be taught, much as I wish it could. No, you've always had it in you. Sorry. And as you grow more skilled, you'll only become better at expressing it. I'm certain that was part of Roroton's decision, since we know he'll request your services when he next visits. You'd best work hard until the time comes. I've been waiting for you, Lynn. You remember Roroton, the merchant for whom you made those exquisite earrings? He paid a visit not long ago, hoping to find you a present. In fact, he was positively heartbroken that he couldn't speak with you in person. It's hard to believe he was once so furious with us. It's as if that unfortunate incident never happened at all. But returning to matters at hand, or to the matter at hand, Roroton has commissioned you to craft a firebrand, one of peerless quality, of course. When you've finished, I must insist that I validate your work. It's not that I don't trust your craftsmanship, but Roroton is an important client, to say the least. Right, so now we need a firebrand, which requires an eye of fire. And a silver ringgit. Once again, make that silver ringgit. Now let's go to the marketplace so I can just go and buy a fire of eye. A fire of eye, yes. An eye of fire. $3,000 for one. That's such a stupid thing. Some people are really stupid. Okay. Let's see. I guess I can go for this. Oh, jeez. Whatever. Firebrand. Is the firebrand ready yet, then? I like how I didn't talk at all. Alright, Gigi, I know this is your first evaluation in a long while, but I'm sure you can handle it. Firebrand, burn, burn, make it burn them. Gigi is the one true lord of the inferno. No, Gigi, no. What did I tell you? No fires. Please forgive him, Lynn. I might have knocked something loose when performing maintenance earlier. But I'm certain it's nothing important, really. Other than the occasional outburst, he's been relatively stable. Well, for Gigi, anyway. Ah, yes, the scepter. I must say that you've once again done a marvelous job. I'm particularly impressed by how well you set the eye of fire in the scepter. This gemstone is a focal point of the design, both aesthetically and practically speaking. It is what allows a thaumaturge to channel the ethereal energies within. And it's what transforms the piece from common instrument of death into stunning work of art. Any veteran thaumaturge would doubtless be satisfied by both the quality and efficacy of this firebrand. I just know Roroton will be happy to receive it. I say we give him the gift that keeps on giving. I say we give him the gift of fire. Gigi, there will be absolutely no gift of giving on my watch, if I make myself clear. You can leave the rest to me, Lynn. I'll see that Roroton receives your firebrand, and nothing else. Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know that Gigi is completely back to normal. Why, when Roroton was here not too long ago, he only had to contend with Gigi's traditional repertoire of insults. You know what I mean, I'm sure, but Roroton was a hopeless fool. He was completely devoid of artistic sensibility, that he smelled of Roland berries, that sort of thing. Oh, don't get me wrong, it was still terribly distressing, but at least there was no more talk of fires. Anyway, as for why Roroton was here in the first place, he wished to commission you once more. This time for a horn staff. It goes without saying that he desires a staff of the highest quality, so please bear that in mind before you present your work to me for inspection. Good luck. What was the name of this thing? A horn staff? I need the wolf fangs, which I must needs buy. Back to the market board. Oh, thanks. I'm going to need 2 of these. Best I can do is 4. Let's see. That is indeed the cheapest. Rippity dippity. At least I needed more than 1 Eye of Fire, so at least that's something, right? That was a noise. Yeah, it's actually quite nice to have this cat, like, warm my lap. When it's just like this, it's perfect. As long as he doesn't vie for attention. Orange staff. Aha. So this is green horn staff. You are improving. Perhaps Greenhorn has finally outgrown her title. I must think of a more suitable one. Something that acknowledges your recent growth, but still conveys disdain for the majority of your work. That's extremely high praise. At least, I think it is. But there's one thing that I can say with certainty. This particular commission has made it even easier than usual to evaluate your growth. After all, the 5 rounds you made before required you to work many of the same materials, so this is a perfect opportunity to see how your technique has improved since then. Although both were carved from outgoat horns and adorned with an eye of fire, I would say that this staff is much more refined by comparison. The wolf fangs flaring from the tip are the coup de grace. Or coup de grace, whatever. Not only strengthening the thaumaturgical properties of the weapon, but also improving the wielder's ability to cut an imposing figure. Why don't you deliver this commission to Roriton at the Ruby Road Exchange personally? It's been a while since you last met, so I'm sure he'd be happy to see you. Yay. We go back to the Ruby Road Exchange. My favorite place to do. My favorite place to go. This cat needs to be careful or she's gonna slip off. Why, if it isn't Lynn, you're a hard woman to find. This happens, I had another commission for you. Mr. Serendipity has the details, or would you prefer that I tell you? You've already crafted the horn staff. Beg your pardon, I had no idea. I appreciate that you came to deliver it. I was dreading the inevitable encounter with that irrepressible mammoth. Don't misunderstand, it's not that I'm offended. On the contrary, his assessment of my abilities is harsh but fair. It reminds me that I have much and more to learn before I can call myself a connoisseur of the fine arts. And in times like these, ignorance can be a fatal failing, especially if the rumors sweeping the markets are to be given credits. Surely you've heard them as well, this talk of the Jade Fox. I, the legendary thief, has come to Ul'dah at last. A master of disguise whose identity is a complete mystery. There is but one thing on which everyone can agree, that his lust for fine jewelry is insatiable. So you must understand why a merchant like me would feel ill at ease. There is no greater enemy to the industrious businessman than a dastardly thief who would steal his wares without compunction. You and your fellow goldsmiths should take care. In fact, it would not surprise me in the slightest if the Jade Fox were to turn his attentions towards you. I don't know what that person is doing with those instruments, but it's difficult to call that music. Or in any case, I can't figure out if they're trying to play something or if they're just like randomly mashing buttons. Oh well. Welcome back then. I hope the staff was to Roriton's satisfaction. Congratulations on a job well done then. Oh, but before you go, I've recently been informed that a dangerous thief has come to Ul'dah, and that we goldsmiths might be the target of his machin. What? You've already heard about the Jade Fox? Well now, aren't we well informed? Anyway, I must urge you to be cautious when dealing with new customers. The Jade Fox may disguise himself as one in an attempt to defraud you. As for the guild, rest assured that I will personally scrutinize anyone who seeks to commission art goldsmiths, and I am an excellent judge of character. What was that? Did I hear you snicker, Lynn? And I thought you respected your kind and loving guildmaster. Come lend me a hand, Lynn. We have a mountain of commissions to fill. It's because of the upcoming gala that to celebrate the Sultana's name day. Everyone who is anyone has received an invitation, and all of them intend to be seen wearing the finest garments and jewelry. Some of our more popular requests have been for headwear, and that's where I'd like your help. Especially, we'll need 3 electrum circlets of the highest quality possible. One set with amber, one with spinel, and another set with zircon. You can handle that, can't you? Like, my cat is like, she slipped backwards. And then she's like, alright, time to fucking grip and not let go. But there we go. She went somewhere else. And if you're at all curious as to why I'm giving you this particular commission, it's from Roriton, your biggest fan. He's acting as the middleman for many of our transactions, you see. I knew he was ambitious, but I never expected him to rise to prominence so quickly. He's become the talk of Ul'dah high society, what with his impressive knowledge of the fine arts and his talent for obtaining anything his customers desire. Of course, what most are unaware of is that his talent is largely dependent on yours. In case you've yet to realize, it is your creations that have helped him to build his reputation. You haven't let him down once then, so don't make this the first time. Be the best goldsmith you can be, and bring me the circlets when they're ready. Okay, this is gonna be a cheeky little one. Let's go to the market board, because I'm pretty dang sure that I'm going to maybe that I'm going to. I'm losing my fucking mind. That I'm going to need some stuff. So, Electrum, circuit for Amber, Zircon, and Spinel. Right, let's go and just buy these gems then. Amber. Not Amber. 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 A single piece will suffice. Then Spinel. Spinkle. Spinel. Let's see. I guess this one. And then Zircon. Zorcon. I cannot type for the life of me. There we go. And then one Zircon. Let us begin. Then shall we begin? Bear. Well, Lynn is becoming a leg support for this dude. Right. Did I didn't even buy the Zircon. Wait. Wait, I did. Wait, hold on. Oh no, okay, oh wait. Hold up. I was on the wrong freaking thing. That was pretty good. There we go. I was looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Remember, Rotom requested the one circuit set with Amber. Yes, yes, yes. Kind of annoying that they repeat that stuff, but whatever. Electrum circlet. I will not bore you with flattery, Greenhorn. I will simply state that you did well. If you will not permit Gigi to fill your head with materia, then he will not deign to fill it with praise, faint or otherwise. That's awfully petty of you. These circlets certainly deserve more than that. Take this one set with Amber. Now, Amber isn't a gemstone in a traditional sense, since it's composed of fossilized resin and not a mineral. As a result, it requires different techniques to bring out its true potential. But you've managed to do just that, creating a piece which is both pleasing to the eye and beneficial to the wearer, especially one who wishes to more effectively channel his earth magics. On contrast to the natural vibrance of Amber, the Zircon in this circlet imparts a sense of wisdom and worldliness. Of course, it also improves one's affinity with ice aspected ether. Now that I think about it, Zircon is not unlike ice, in that the presence of impurities can radically alter its appearance. As for this circlet set with Spinel, I would say it strikes me as a symbol of confidence and power. Though perhaps I'm the only one. I'm only saying that because I know that Spinel is elementally aspected to lightning. You've brought out the best in your materials and crafted 3 different yet equally magnificent circlets. I would go so far as to say that you've attained a level of skill rivaling that of our best goldsmiths. All that's left for you is to head to the Ruby Road Exchange and deliver them to Roroton. Actually, I take that back. Take that back. There's one more thing you should probably attend to. Do you remember our friend from the Sultan's Sworn, Robert? He was here. He was just here asking to speak with you. I must confess I'm somewhat jealous of this special attention. In any case, he should be returning any moment, so perhaps you will find him outside. I've no idea what's on his mind, but you might as well speak with him before making your delivery to Roriton. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. The man is not more than a miserable pile of secrets and lies. Please, did you show some restraint? I know you dislike Roriton, but this is too much. You must learn to treat our customers with respect. This kind of behavior is inexcusable. Don't concern yourself with him, Blin. Pray give my regards to Roriton and Robert. Roberto! That, my friends, is a Sekiro reference, yes. Then, there you are. Glad that I finally found you. I understand you're helping Mistress Serendipity with some of the orders from the Sultanate's name day celebration. I know you must be busy, so I'll get to the point. The Sultan's Sworn have learned that the Jade Fox, a notorious thief, may be plotting to infiltrate the festivities and rob our distinguished guests. We will not allow this to happen, of course. However, the identity of the thief has yet to be determined. Therefore, we have decided to discreetly investigate several of our guests, including your patron, Roriton. He has no ties to the 77 caravans, or any other major trade organizations. He can find no relatives, and his activities prior to his arrival in the city are unknown. You've met with this so-called merchant several times and filled numerous commissions for him, have you not? Yet I wager he has shared little, if any, personal information. Can you honestly say that you know the man? I tell you this because if he is indeed the Jade Fox, I fear you may be part of his plans. Do not turn your back on him, Lin. Hold up. I gotta type something for a second. Greetings then. Always a pleasure to see you. Have you brought the circuits I commissioned? They're spectacular, simply spectacular. The woman who wears these works of art will be the toast of Ul'dah. I guarantee it. You're more quiet than usual, then. Is there something troubling you? Because I so deeply respect you as an artisan, I shall be perfectly honest. I confess that I am not exactly the dedicated entrepreneur that I came to be. In truth, I am a man besotted with the trappings of the material world. I wander the realm in search of artistic masterpieces, not as a businessman, but as an altruist. Some men covet and hoard their treasure, but I would sooner share mine with my fellow man. I would go so far as to say that I consider this my sacred duty. Which is why I am absolutely thrilled to have discovered a talented goldsmith like you. As a purveyor of luxury goods, I couldn't have asked for a better supplier. Now, I must insist that this conversation remains between us. In this city, it's unbecoming for a merchant to have any motive other than profit, you know? Right. I ran into some bags of sand. The power of these bags of sand compelled you. More like repel, whatever. I've learned that compelled means something different than what I've been using it for. Oh well. Whoopsie. Welcome back, Lynn. I'd ask if Roriton approved of your circlets, but I've no reason to believe he didn't. By the way, I spoke with Robert after you left. He told me this rumor that the Jade Fox might target the Sultana's name day celebration. It's terrible that a rogue would even consider ruining a royal gala. Gods, what is the world coming to? I hope Robert catches the fiend, and personally teaches him a lesson. But let's not dwell on that, shall we? A name day should be a happy occasion. I'm sure that everything will turn out for the best. Jaded. Good morning, Lynn. Sorry, it's been a long... Wait, what day is it? It's been so busy on account of the Sultana's name day celebration that I haven't had time to get a good night's sleep, or any sleep for that matter. Don't worry about me, though. I'm fine, see? Perfectly awake, perfectly fine. But seeing you here reminds me that I had a very important commission for you. Roroton wants you to craft a ring he intends to present to the Sultana herself. This is the sort of opportunity that comes but once in a lifetime. Your jewelry might be worn by Your Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo. You see, at the celebration, all of the Sultana's gifts will be presented to her at once in a grand ceremony. Any guest whose gifts receive special recognition is assured a great fame and fortune. Roroton was adamant that you be the one to craft his gift. He said he could only accept the work of Uldan's premier goldsmith. After discussing the matter at length, he decided on a flawless black pearl ring as his present. Additionally, he would like it to be melded with materia as a finishing touch. I suggest you use a piety materia. That would give the Sultana incentive to select it, though we don't want to give the impression she needs it, so perhaps you should use an average grade, say 3. Given the importance of this commission, Roroton has agreed to pick it up in person. So, I will contact him when you have prepared the ring. So now we need a black pearl ring, which is a little bit annoying, because getting black pearl is in general just a pain in the butt. You would have to fish up black pearl oysters, I think, and then make black pearl from them. Right, black pearl, please. Black pearl, please. No, it's gonna be relatively expensive, but whatever. Let's go and... I did it in a wrong order, but whatever. It's not like I'm gonna fail this recipe anyway. There we go. And then I need a piety 3. I'm so happy that I have all this materia stuff. Piety 3. Wow, I don't have a lot of those. Jesus Christ, mate. Melt. Piety 3. Melt. Whoa! I like that, like, freaking victory animation. Right. Is the ring ready yet? Remember that it must also be melted with grade 3 piety, whatever. Here. Have this. Piety 12, this is fabulous. I'll let Roroton know at once. It's more beautiful than I could have imagined. The color, the shape, the luster, this is a ring fit for royalty. I knew I was right to trust in you, Lin. This ring will surely meet her grace's approval. Stop right there, Roroton. This mummer's farce ends now. What is the meaning of this? Think you're clever, do you? I've seen through your lies, and I know who you really are. The Jade Fox. The Jade Fox? Roroton, is this true? Have you been deceiving us all this time? I'm afraid so, my dear. But it's over now, and not a moment too soon. This charlatan was plotting to rob the guests of the name day celebration, and maybe even the Sultana herself. That's ridiculous. I don't have to listen to these wild accusations. Then I'm afraid I must ask you to give me that ring, as it is evidence of his crimes. It will be returned to you once his trial is complete. You don't believe him, do you, Lin? I'm innocent, I tell you, innocent. We'll see how long you can maintain that facade once I've put you in a cell. I'm taking you to Captain Jenlin's. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. He takes him to death and sorrow, to Pearl Lane. I still can't believe that Roroton was the Jade Fox. Can you, Gigi? 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 Where are you? Gatson, I think he might have run off on his own. I like that, the fact that she does that and then smiles. I heard him muttering something about Pearl Lane. You should try searching for him there first. Run, bitch! Run! Right, there we go. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. Back away from the Lalafell, you cur. Well, if it isn't a mammoth, you're an awfully long way from home. Gigi, what are you doing here? Why did you run away? Deceiver, trickster, this man is no Sultan Sworn. Wait, what are you saying? Robert is the Jade Fox, Mr. Serendipity. Listen to your assistant. You know it to be true. Robert, tell me it isn't so. Tell me this is all a misunderstanding. Everyone take a deep breath and calm down. There's no reason this needs to end in bloodshed. My God, it's true. You really are the Jade Fox, aren't you? You've an overdeveloped sense of justice, little one. It's going to get you into trouble someday. As for you and me, my dear Serendipity, I think we're well past the point of introductions. Believe me when I say that I'm just as disappointed as you are. I had hoped we would become more intimately acquainted before this identity outlived its usefulness. Alas, I could not bear to forsake an opportunity of this magnitude. One that Roroton here was kind enough to provide. Nah, GG. Bah, meddlesome contraption. You son of a... Oh. Nice headbutt, dude. Yoink. Gigi. Serendipity, bye. Die. Gigi, no. You can fix him, can't you? He saved my life. Do you need money for parts? I'll pay anything. You can even sell the ring I commissioned. It's not a matter of money. I think his core might be irreparably damaged. It was made over 100 years ago with techniques that have long since been forgotten. If it has failed, then he is forever lost to us. I detest that ridiculous hairstyle. You must. Oof. Lynn, what are you doing with that ring? Wait, what? You can't seriously be suggesting that... Black Pearl Ring. God, this is by far the worst piece Greenhorn has ever crafted. Its very existence offends me. I feel violated. So violated. Chichi, you've come back to us. It's a miracle. The freaking Lalafell headbutt was so good. This freaking merchant knows what he's doing. Jesus. Knocking out a freaking dude in full armor with just a headbutt. That's pretty good. Still can't believe what has happened. First I thought Roroton was the Jade Fox. Then it turned out it was Robert. Gigi must have sensed something strange about him before. I can't help but think back to on all those times he ranted about secrets and lies. I assumed he was speaking of Roroton, but now I realize he meant Robert. Oh. If only I'd listened to him more closely to his words. That man made a fool out of me. What with his dashing good looks, his piercing gaze, his broad shoulders. But we got him then. He'll never again terrorize the good people of Ul'dah. I'm sure you're worried about Gigi. Allow me to put your fears to rest. In spite of your reckless attempts to repair him, there's no permanent damage. Indeed, when you began fumbling around with his components and attempted to shove that ring inside him, I was absolutely terrified. Thankfully, through your sheer strength of will, Gigi overcame his injuries. Through sheer strength of will, yeah. And it's all thanks to your ring. In Gigi's eyes, your ring was so poorly wrought that it filled him with overwhelming disgust. It reminded him of his purpose by creating focus for his grand disdain. And in so doing, you helped him to regain his senses. Isn't that wonderful, Lynn? Ah, but that's not all I wanted to tell you. When I was examining Gigi earlier, I discovered something extraordinary. You see, he is by far the oldest mammoth we have here, and has been constructed by one of our former guildmasters over a century ago. In fact, I am the 19th guildmaster he has assisted, according to records. But what our records didn't contain was his original name. which was so faintly described upon his core that went unnoticeable until now. Gigi is managing. Lin. The first mammoth ever built, and a mammoth whose design on which all others are based. Of course I have no intention of telling him, the knowledge would make him insufferably arrogant. Anyway, Lin, please accept my sincerest thanks. And though Gigi would be loath to admit it, I'm sure deep down he's grateful to you as well. Oh, in the future, please don't attempt to repair a mammoth until you have at least learned the basics of their construction. This was just like a nice story. I actually really like this. Nice and simple, with a good payoff at the end. I don't need anything more. Right. There we go. That, however, my friends, is going to end off this episode of just how I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. Next episode, we are going to go and begin the... I thought for a second that this person was a Tonberry. The next episode, we're going to go and begin the Leather Workers questline. Goodbye.